Today we celebrate our Independence Day.
Good morning.
Do we? It's Father's Day.
It is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day.
It's also summer solstice. It's also a solar eclipse.
Cool.
We celebrate our Independence Day.
Hi and welcome to the Ruben Tuesday. My name is Ruben.
And I'm Kay.
And today we are reviewing Season 3 of this Sinner, but also recapping Season 1 and 2. So the IMDB synopsis for this, which is, again, ridiculous, anthology series that examines how and why ordinary people commit brutal crimes. I think there's much more to it than that. Right, Season 3 has 8 episodes. They're about 50 minutes a piece and is very similar to the format of Season 1 and 2 with 8 episodes and 50 minutes a piece. Each story is individual but carries on the adventures,
If you call them
the
that.
life adventures of Bill Pullman's character, who is Detective
Harry Ambrose.
Thank you.
Once.
Right, so Harry Ambrose is a detective, as we see within the first series, where he has to help a lady that does something horrific, which is the Season 1 recap. Enjoy. This is...
I'm sorry.
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel is an executive producer for all 3 seasons. She obviously really enjoyed being in the first season, the main protagonist, along with Bill Pullman. I thought their storyline was fantastic. This is a series we recently watched. I put off for quite a while because I heard it was good, but it just looked too dark. You know, one of those things that you think you need to be in the mood for. The problem was, when we started watching it, we watched the first season in 2 days because it was that damn good.
Yes.
It's a story that keeps building and building. You think you know what it is at the beginning, then it reshapes itself. And this was the same thing for Season 2.
Season 2 was
which
phenomenal.
Season 2, in our opinion, was even better. We
Yeah.
have another new protagonist in a young kid who is fantastic.
They died.
At the same time, we're always getting to know more about the detective, the Bill Pullman character, how broken his character is, which is partly what makes this series so interesting to watch, is that Bill Pullman, he plays this character so broken, and he gives you little tidbits of what has happened in his past throughout each season of the first 2 seasons. You get to find out more and more about why his past is so shattered, why he is so broken. And so... I think it helps him as a detective. I also think it helps him get to grips and figure out what he needs to in those cases.
Yeah.
Because he inserts himself into their lives because he can understand them somewhat because of the broken nature of his life. He can relate to certain people who are going through similar things. Not quite the same, but he can relate to that. So he really relates to broken people.
Yeah, I think because he is multifaceted, he doesn't look at a criminal and go, you're just a criminal. He always tries to see and fit all of the pieces together and figure out why. It's the big why, isn't it? It's like, why would a person do what they did? Because, you know, he finds these cases where people don't just fit a profile, that it's not a neat cut and dried. Even though in Season 1, I mean, it's just like, you know, she commits this crime in front of loads of witnesses. She confesses to it immediately, like, because she did it and everybody saw her do it. So, but then he's so intrigued by, like, what made her do this? There has to be a why. There has to be something behind it.
Which is part of what makes the story so interesting, because you have loads of detective stories. But most of those detectives won't then go into the wire. They'll jail them, case closed, NYPD. You know, we've had so many cop shows where they catch the bad guys, they're putting them in jail, and that's that. This show looks at it from a different perspective, and you get to see that through Bill Pullman's eyes, well, his character. And it's very interesting to see that story unravel and become more than it is. And it also keeps you guessing. It kept me guessing for Season 1 and 2, kept me guessing. Which brings us to Season 3. So that's a kind of little recap of Season 1 and 2 without going into many major spoilers there. I don't think we did any, really.
No.
Which is pretty good.
We did all right.
Season 3 is a disappointment.
It is a disappointment. I think the problem for us is that what we loved so much about the first 2 seasons was the fact that we didn't guess the whole story right from the beginning. And every time we thought we'd nailed it, we'd got it, like who did what and why, something else would be revealed. And it was drawn out throughout the whole series, the whole all the different episodes. Each one revealed a new facet of the case that made you rethink what you thought you knew. For us in season 3, we pretty much had the whole thing down by the end of episode 2.
Yeah, absolutely. And what kept us watching is because we knew what they'd done with season 1 and 2. So we kept thinking there was going to be a different reveal that was going to make watching all the episodes in between from episode 2 to 8 worth it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think it was. We were speaking about this last night where we think that because the story is so shallow, that is definitely the weakest part of season 3. It is a basic story.
Yeah.
You could have done this in 3 episodes. You
Absolutely.
didn't need more than that. So the in-between story is padding.
Yeah.
Now, that's not to say this isn't well acted. It isn't well filmed because Matt
It is.
Bowman, B-O-M... Ian?
E-R.
Ian? No.
Bomer?
No. Min? Bomer.
Bomer. Matt Bomer.
He's a fantastic actor. I loved him in Chuck as Bryce Larkin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
I was thinking of him in White Collar.
Yeah, White Collar, he's excellent.
But I thought that this role gave him much more meat to chew on.
Yeah, really did.
Yeah.
His character in this is excellent. I loved watching him on screen.
Yeah.
Especially the two, Bill Pullman's character and Matt Bomer's character. Them two together on screen, there was this relationship that felt tangible. You never thought of them as actors. You just think of them as their characters. Well,
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
And when they're on screen together, I often thought their moments was like, some actors need to watch this because this is how you do acting.
Yeah.
This is good. This is A-level grade. So which is really sad because you have these amazing performances, but you have so much padding and a really convoluted story.
That really didn't need to be because it was so obvious, like right from the beginning.
Yeah, absolutely. You knew what had happened.
And you kept wishing and hoping and like expecting that there's going to be something else, some big reveal in it all, and then there just isn't.
We went, oh, this guy has had this done to him, and it's this thing, but we kept saying, I'm sure it's more than that.
It
I'm
must
sure
be.
it's more than that.
Must be.
Because the first 2 seasons were so clever. And it's also the way they told the story in season 3. They do all the reveal. And
Yeah,
you don't
like
get
right
that.
at the beginning, and you're like, what?
You
Really?
don't get that in season 1 and 2. They do this thing has happened. Now this character's happened. This haven't happened to them. Wow.
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 Try that again.
Whoa.
Wow.
I think my brain went on like stutter mode. As something happened to a character without me doing spoilers, which is the moment that changes their lives forever, and they normally seem guilty. That is the motion, the something that the detective needs to solve that case.
Yeah.
But you don't see more than that. The story revolves around that,
Yeah.
and so this one you see it, and then the story tries to
Explain it.
explain.
What you already know.
There was no big reveal.
Yeah.
That was just da-da, this is it.
And then I felt like the rest of it, maybe they were just trying to do character development for Bill Pullman's character.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean, that's great, but you
Yeah.
need a story to
Yeah.
make you invested in why they're building, unless Bill Pullman was meant to become the main protagonist or whatever. I don't know what they were trying to do with it, to be honest.
yeah.
There was also other actors in this that I thought were fantastic. There's different relationships that they go off into a tangent, and it feels almost cult relationships in like a giant circle within this series. The one thing I can say that's a really positive for me that affected me is that throughout the 3 seasons, there is this sound effect that they use as a character that always makes the creepiness of this series really work well. So in season 1, you had a tone from a music soundtrack that whenever that crept in, the one of the main characters starts freaking out. Season 2, you had a beat from a speaker. And season 3, it's a spade digging.
Yeah.
And that is a very clever technique to continue to use throughout the 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And so you always have this sound that drives the series, and you always wonder what's happening. It's normally when something nasty is about to happen or a development in the story is going to occur, that you get that sound effect that is used in editing techniques and editing sequence to further the story, that it's like a main character. And I thought that was very clever.
I mean, you're welcome to have a different opinion to us. You may have loved season 3 and thought that all the character development was absolutely necessary, and that's absolutely fine. If you spotted things in this season that we haven't, that maybe we missed, like maybe we were just a bit, I don't know, burnt out watching them all sort of back to back. I don't think so though. I think it just disappointed us.
We didn't watch them back to back.
That's true. We did have breaks. Okay, you can take that out.
We didn't review season 1 and 2. We just kind of did a synopsis now for this review, so you don't know our scores. So you know how we feel about the series. We'd like to rank them. So in third place, I'm giving season 3, and it's a B- for me. In second place, I'm giving season 1, which is an A. And in first place, I'm giving an A+, which is the second season. I don't give many A+s
No, you don't.
in films or series. I thought the second season was fantastic. Doesn't mean it's perfect. There's always room for improvement in everything. It just means it's really, really good.
Yeah.
So B- is still very good. So that doesn't mean you shouldn't watch it. It just means if you were so invested in season 1 or 2, you might be disappointed with season 3.
Or you might not.
Great cinematography, great acting, great score. I mean, none of that is to be laughed at.
No.
They're all very good at what they do. It's just a different format.
Yeah, the story was just a bit weaker.
Was very weak. Yeah. All right, thanks so much for watching this review. But most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.